Hello, and welcome to another episode of Passe Gaming. I'm your host, Mr. Faust, and we have a guest today, one of the members of the Passe Gaming team, Archie. He's getting the wash or something. He'll be joining us in a moment. We're talking a whole lot of Batman while playing Final Fantasy. Go figure. In the game, I think... What was I doing? Oh, fuck. That's right. I don't have a healer. Why does Barrett not have Death Blow? We're gonna hook him up with some of this stuff here. He needs to heal. Alright, I think we're all ready to go. Alright, I finished what I was doing in here. But yeah, Archie and I are talking about comics, you know, and our favorite comics and favorite stories, and some good conversation. All the while it's snowing outside. There from our friend Vincent. Oh, here he comes. It's like knocking shit over. I'll have to reorganize all this stuff once she comes back. This is not where I want to be. Where the hell's the town again?
I am back.
Hey.
So.
I just started a stream.
Oh, hey.
We can get some of this good conversation on the show.
Seriously, I was thinking that as we were talking. I was like, this is great.
But I was gonna...
It's gonna die. But...
No, it's not. I had a really good comic that it's called and which is a perfect example of like how awesome and like the Joker is, and like one of the reasons why like without Batman there would be no Joker. And in the comics called what the hell's it called? Going Sane. It's called Joker thinks he kills Batman. They get into this big fight, and he tosses him off, like, during the winter, and he tosses him off a bridge, like, in the water, and as far as Joker's concerned, Batman's dead. So, you know, a couple weeks goes by. So
Joker immediately has that, like, loss of cause.
Yeah, a couple weeks go by, and Joker's like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do now? So, what he ends up deciding to do is he gets together, or like he's like fuck it, and he goes and has a operation done that turns his skin back to normal color, and then he goes and just starts living a normal life. He gets a job. He just does.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's bizarre. He just goes and does normal things, and he ends up meeting this girl he really falls for, and like they live this normal life, and like you see him just being a normal dude. And what ends up happening is all of a sudden reports, because Batman ends up washing ashore, and then all of a sudden there's these reports all over about Batman's return. You know, like all the while they're like, oh, we haven't seen Batman all this time. Is he dead? No one knows what happened. And then like all of a sudden hey, what's up, Devil Hunter? He pops up again, and Joker sees this, and he starts having
he's having like episodes in a way?
Like he's having like these episodes where he just loses it for a couple moments, and like you could tell like he's fighting it, like he doesn't want it to be true, and he's just he doesn't want to turn back into the Joker again. He just wants to be, you know, who he is now. And you know, needless to say, eventually he just, you know, turns into the Joker again. And it's a really good fucking story. And the whole time you're sitting there and you're like,
love to fucking read that.
But he ends up like, you know, going white-faced again, and then he kidnaps his girlfriend, and like they're on a boat, and like he's like, you know, Batman shows up and he's like, give it up, and then Joker's standing there with the gun pointed at his girlfriend. He looks at her and he's a flash. Oh no, it wasn't her. It was some other girl he kidnapped. But he has a flash where he sees her face, this girl that he loved, and he was like, screw it, and he lets her go. Like it's just a moment of sanity where he remembers who he was.
Right.
Just for that brief moment. It was a really good story. It's very seldom known, so finding a graphic novel of it might be a little bit difficult, but I'm pretty sure you can find like the individual comic if you look for it. It was a really good story. And there's a couple of them like that where like you get these weird insights in the Joker where you're like, you're not really sure what to make of it. You're like, I didn't see any of that coming. Like how did that come to be?
It's like they give him that human side.
Yeah.
Where it's like, that's why he's so great, is because it's like, he does have like these little like droplets in the ocean of humanity that when you see them, they're so shocking.
Yeah, because you're like, you don't expect it, and you're like, holy crap. You're like, where did that come from? This is insane.
I feel like that's why Death in the Family has a big, like, a reason other than it's just fucking amazing, but a reason I feel like it's considered, like, one of the, like, must-have stories for Joker Batman is because it does show that, like, that version of the origin.
It does. And not only that, like, have you ever, there's another good one, too, called Batman Last Laugh, and that's starring Dick Grayson. And Joker ends up, I forget exactly what Joker did, but it's another horrible thing, and it's during Christmas, and it's this bad. And Dick Grayson fucking loses it and literally punches him to death. Like, to death. He actually kills him. And Batman gets there just in time and resuscitates Joker. And it was like...
and I'm guessing that's like a huge conflict between them, like, you know...
It was. And like,
I think I may have seen like a cell or two of that, where it's like literally Dick Grayson like calling out Batman, going like, it's like, why do you do this? To end the cycle.
It is, and like Dick Grayson doesn't kill people. I mean, he follows the same rules as Batman, but I think he came to the conclusion. He's like, you know, I'll make a special fucking exception for you because like you are different.
It's very much the mindset of like, I will pull the trigger for the greater good because Batman can't.
Yeah, 100%.
I never got soda. I just had Red Bull. Oops. That's what my life has turned into. Oh man, I really want soda. Proceeds to buy fucking a lot of Red Bull. Whoops.
Hey, yeah, Devil Hunter. I'm a big, huge fan of Batman. We've just been talking about like the nuances of.
We've been talking about everything tonight. We were talking about like how like cinematography has changed and like what we think is like good and bad about it. How the DC cinematic universe has kind of been all over the place. We've been on a roll tonight. It was a good conversation about everywhere.
Yes, I did actually watch your video, Devil Hunter. It was good.
Well, that's interesting. Note to the audience: apparently anchovies are explosive.
That's very strange.
I had pizza. It's leftover, so I'm reheating it, and it looks like an anchovy just blew the fuck up in my microwave.
I told you what my request was. I wanted you to play, oh god, what was the game now?
Chrono Trigger, probably? Because you were talking about that for a while.
It wasn't Chrono Trigger. I think it was Battlefield. Battlefront. Was it Battlefront? It was Battlefront.
Man, why didn't anchovy just explode? That's scary.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah. Domino's has them explosive anchovies. Oh, yeah. I think I'm more happy it blew up in the microwave than like when I took it out of the microwave. At least that's controlled damage.
Yeah, do it. I'll enjoy watching it. Telling Archie the same thing. I'm looking forward to his Resident Evil
7.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna play it in VR. Get all fancy with it. But going back to the Batman conversation, that's one thing that I really like about Jason Todd, though, with being Red Hood. It's like he realized, like, in his own messed up way, that it's like Batman's code of ethics cannot work.
Oh, I have to watch it. I didn't know it was that video. What do you mean, Batman's code of ethics wouldn't work?
The whole, like, you cannot kill a villain. Where it's like Jason Todd in his own corrupt way of seeing it, it's like he sees himself in the right because he sees the whole, like, you have these heroes, there are these villains that keep on coming back, and they're just shitting on pretty much everything in Gotham.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's, well, I guess it would be hard to just keep letting them live and then them break out like a week later and you're like, oh, cool.
That, and also you can definitely argue that there is the feeling of betrayal that Jason Todd has, where it's like, it's, you know, he comes back and it's like, he killed me, and it's like, you let him live?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, I understood that line of reasoning, like that reason, like why he believes that. But like, I don't know. There's been multiple times, because before he would just beat up Joker and that would be the end of it. But after Joker killed Jason Todd and then crippled Barbara Gordon and all the other horrible things he did, I don't want to spoil the real big one that you need to read. He got really close multiple times to murdering him and like just literally punching him into a bloody splat.
Right.
And I think it changed Batman fundamentally. Like he really wants to kill Joker. I don't think the other villains he necessarily wants to kill, but when he looks at Joker, he's like, I want you dead. You know, and unfortunately I made this vow that I won't kill, so I'm at like a crossroads, and he's been at that for like ever now.
Right. Okay, Gabe. Don't.
Yes, I have seen that. I went to the theaters to see that. I liked it. I just didn't like the Batgirl bit. I understood that they want to add more to the story. Have you seen Batman the Killing Joke, Archie?
Yes, I actually have it on my PS4.
So I have the DVD of it. Like I said, I've seen it in the theaters. The second half of the movie, where it's actually the Killing Joke, I think it's on point, and it was fantastic. However,
the first half is completely
the first
unnecessary.
half is, for whatever reason, Bruce Timms has this thing about Batman and Batgirl having some sort of relationship, and that was never a thing in the comics. Not until after he made it a thing. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, that's why Dick Grayson left and stopped being Robin. And I was like, dude, I guarantee you, A, Batman would never had a relationship with his best friend's daughter, and B, she's like 12 and Batman was like 30. Let's be real. He's not a dirtbag.
Yeah, and the whole, like, I don't see that why being Dick Grayson left. Dick Grayson left because he saw that he could no longer be the sidekick. He needed to become his own entity.
Well, not only that, but like they kept butting heads, and Dick Grayson wanted to go off and do his own thing. Like Batman always knew that. Same here. I thought the ending to Batman: The Killing Joke was great. The thing I think was so great, like about Dick Grayson, even Batman says multiple times that he knew Dick Grayson was going to go off and be his own entity because he's very, like, he believes that Dick Grayson's probably one of the most talented human crime fighters there is, and he is. Like, Dick Grayson's phenomenal in all things he does.
Including betting, like, all the superheroes.
Well, you know, he's a young man. Batman likes to flirt with everybody, but he doesn't necessarily bet everybody.
Well, Dick Grayson... Was it the cliche joke?
Yeah.
Women love Dick.
Okay, I know where to go now. We're trying to get the Lunar Harp here so I can move forward. There's a lot of really good stories. I guess whenever you're in town, I'll point you in the direction of some awesomeness.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think you need to read this stuff. Not only that, but like I know I know owner of a comic book business, and like I'll see if he can order some of them books. I'll pick one up for you.
Yeah, that, and also since I'm going to be back home, I do need to visit Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Yeah, I actually plan on doing that at some point because I've never seen it either. I passed it multiple times, but I've never actually been there.
We're going to have to go. We're going to have to go together.
Yeah, the ending was amazing.
For what, Killing Joke?
The Killing Joke. Yeah, the original, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta love it. The end, it's, the Killing Joke is that Batman finally kills the Joker.
Although what makes me kind of sad sometimes is that the writer, the guy who wrote the Killing Joke, often feels bad about the story because he was like he felt it might have been even too dark than he intended. But I was like, I think it did exactly what we wanted it to do.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I mean, well, if he thinks he went too dark, I mean, what does he feel about, Death of the Family? That was just...
Well, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the original Death of the Family, or are you talking about the death of the family?
The Death of the Family.
The
like,
Death
where
of the
it's
Family...
Joker literally going through all the key players and just destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked that. I never understood their anger, though. Because they found, because Joker knew where the base was. Because technically, for the longest time, Joker didn't care about who they were under the masks. The only thing he cared about was the game.
Famous, the famous one where it's like, he's like, oh, I can tell you who Batman is. And it's like, and then he just kills the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't want to know.
What was it? When Superman slips up and says, like, what are we going to do, Bruce? And he just goes, Bruce?
Yeah, because like Joker doesn't care about that. He cares about the game.
Yeah, no, it's very much he's in love with that trying to break the bat.
Yeah, he did make the movie rated R because it's a dark story to begin with. Because that's based on the comic. The comic's probably even a little more darker than the show, the movie.
Yes and no. I have to give the.
They were really close.
The movie props for, without showing exactly what the Joker did to Barbara.
Yeah, I think that was an important story because like, and oh god, I'm like a big anti modern comics kind of person, only because like I don't like what they did when they did the reboot and they took away a fantastic character such as Barbara Gordon, because she was like, they made her walking again and now she is fighting crime as Batgirl again. And I think what made her so interesting before was that she could show she was not only was she female and a superhero, but she was also a crippled female, and she could show that you can still be a superhero, you know, without a cape.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was something.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm sad that they got rid of Oracle.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, any other girl could have put on that cape and cowl and been Batgirl. They had what's her name? Cassia Kane. I know it's the daughter of Kane. Anyway, that would have been a perfect, you know, villain. Why, like, she was a good Batgirl. Why get rid of Barbara Gordon as this really awesome character like that? And I think a lot of it was because like they're like, oh, you know, we want to bring her back as Batgirl because everybody liked her as Batgirl. I'm like, no one remembered her as Batgirl because she hasn't been Batgirl since the 60s, and she only showed up once in a while as this weird, you know, part of my French, but Batgirl with tits.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It definitely some of their more recent, and I understand like they want to. The part of the problem is that like back in the day, after, you know, Bob Kane and all them other giants from the 1940s and 50s left, like when people started coming in the 70s and 80s and even 90s, they were fans of Batman and like the guys who came before them, so they respected those storylines and they kept them going and they made them canon, and it just continued along, and they stayed true to like the original vision. And every once in a while they would do like these big events to shake things up a bit, but they still for the most part stay true. And what modern day comic people do is that they all want to put their own twist, I guess.
Their own spin, yeah.
They all want
to leave their own flavor.
Everyone wants to have their own mark in the comics. Yeah, they are. Like they all want to be remembered for something. Like, oh, remember the time we did this? Or remember the time we tore off Joker's face? Or remember the time I did this? Or remember the time I did this? So instead of like staying true necessarily to the character, because like that whole like I didn't mind him without the face. I thought it added a creepy like additional layer to his character. But what like the next story after that, you find out that he was some sort of demon that's been living forever called the Pale Man, and like all this other really BS like cop-out storylines. It was a really big turn-off. It's one of the reasons why I stopped collecting comics, was all that shit. I did not like it. Was not happy about it at all. I mean, I get it. They want to do something different. I understand that 100%, but why would you why would you all of a sudden make like magic and like stuff like introduce that kind of stuff to his universe? Doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I like it better when like Joker's literally just a person who had one bad day and fucking lost it. Like that was the whole point of the Killing Joke, was to prove that all you needed was one bad day. And to me, I think that that was an awesome, premise. Was that like Joker's like, listen, all it takes is one bad day, and this is what can happen here.
Yeah, which that was pretty much the whole thing, was him trying to break Gordon in order to break Batman.
I don't even know if he was trying to break Batman that necessarily. I think he just wanted to prove to Batman that, listen, this can happen to anybody.
No one's
safe.
But see, I feel like that's like, okay, maybe it wasn't to break Batman, but I feel like it was definitely like him trying to like chip away at the armor.
Yes, 100% it was.
Because it was like, look at this. This is pretty much your best ally you've had ever, and it's like, I'm going to break it.
Yeah, 100%. It was the wrong. That's alright. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it was. 100%. It was him saying, "Look, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that." Same thing with Death of the Family. It was more of him chipping away everyone else's armor in order to chip away his armor. It was the same concept. I don't know. I don't know if I like, because even with like what do you call it? The one that oh no, what the hell's his name? Jim Lee did, not Stanley. Jim Lee did that story. Hush. It was fantastic, but it wasn't just him trying to put his own mark in the story. It was him bringing back characters we haven't seen in like 30 years and making other characters relevant, because no one gave a shit about Riddler forever until that comic came out. Then all of a sudden Riddler was somebody important again. Yeah, that made Riddler again. And there's even a point where Batman looks at Riddler and he's like, I half thought you would have given up by now. All these years of you doing your stupid riddles and, nothing ever come of it, and it was just silly. He's like, I thought you would have quit. And then Riddler's just like, But, like, it's a really good story. If you're gonna get any book anytime soon, I highly suggest Hush. Hush and, No Man's Land.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Hush at Barnes & Noble, so I can grab that.
I seen a Hush coloring book I almost bought just because I love that story so much. I would start coloring.
That's awesome.
Is everybody blind? What's going on here? I think everybody's blind. Jim Lee also worked on the X-Men. He did some of that early X-Men stuff that was amazing. Like when they rebooted, like when they left Uncanny X-Men and started like the regular new X-Men comic line. And like Uncanny X-Men was like the gold team and the regular X-Men was the blue team. Oh man, that's back when I loved X-Men. Loved them. I'm kind of fearful of an X-Men movie nowadays. Even team and the
that's my bad. I turned it down.
It's alright. Even if it's not done by like if it's not done by Fox, like if Marvel does it, like I'm worried they're not gonna do, like if they're gonna do it, then do it with like the original goofy costumes and all that stuff. Like you can modernize them and make them look cooler, but like don't take any of that away. It's a part of the characters, and a lot of them do that. Like, oh, let's, I don't know, make this more realistic. But like, how realistic can it be with a little crazy short man with spikes on his, his knuckles be? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want them to. I'd love to see like a true blue X-Men movie, like done the right way. I'm just worried. Like, I don't even know if Marvel can do it in the right way. That's the thing. Maybe they can. I think X-Men are hard.
Now I can see what Dave's typing in.
Oh, that's not Dave. That's Devil Hunter.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I saw the D and I was like, oh, Dave.
I don't know. That's one of our
right.
That's one of our top-notch subscribers. He has a cool channel of his own too.
Sorry, Devil Hunter. I swear to God, I didn't mean that as disrespect.
More work's never
tired.
good. Oh, it's snowing your place too? It's snowing here. Oh my God. I don't even know if I can get my car out tomorrow. I'm not happy about it.
It's snowing here too.
Is it really? No, it's not.
No.
I was like, there's no fucking way it's snowing there. Are you anywhere near them wildfires and shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like parts of base are getting evacuated.
I like that. You're our first fan. Devil here joins me with most of my episodes. He's here.
Gotcha. But
He
yeah,
pops in too.
What was it? Yeah, I'll describe how close I was. I was able to step outside and smell the fires.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Why does California keep burning? Because
eucalyptus and lack of properly disposing of the bush. Or the brush.
You'd think they would learn by now. This keeps happening over and over.
It's how they're spending their funding, so they're focused more on how to put this in a safe way. They're more spending their money on humanitarian resources than utilitarian.
Archie is a part of Passe Gaming, my channel. He works on it together. He has his own segment, Freak Out with Archie. He does horror games and stuff.
Yep, which I will do my third reset for what I'm playing, and it will be Resident Evil 7, because all the DLC finally came out. It's a good excuse to bust out my VR headset and
it is
play
actually,
through it again.
And I'd love to watch it. So are you going to stop Outlast 2, or are you going to finish it real quick?
That's a pause. I'm
alright with the pause.
I'm gonna pause it because that's a game I do really want to play, but it's Resident Evil is
first and foremost most important.
Yes, it's the number. For me, Resident Evil is my #1 series I've ever played. A lot because of there is some bias, but
that's fine. Everyone has a little. I have a bias when it comes to Metal Gear and Final Fantasy, for instance. I'm a 100% fanboy. Metal Gear. Although we were talking a whole bunch of trash when Konami put out.
Survive?
They're like, oh, you're gonna get involved in the beta, and I'm like, fuck no. It's not Metal Gear without Kojima. How dare you? It doesn't even make sense. It has nothing to do with Metal Gear. Stop it.
It's like there's a portal or a wormhole that opens up.
It's bizarre.
Zombies now.
Yeah, Outlast 2 is on pause for now, and he's gonna jump over and do Resident Evil, which is gonna be a lot of fun because he's doing it on the VR. So the jump scares are gonna fucking be great.
And the best part is you'll be able to just see it's gonna track when I jump and shit.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be awesome. Archie typically plays late at night because he's
Insomniac and on the West Coast.
Yeah,
I'm not from California. Don't you dare.
Well, no. He's not from California, but he's in California. But yeah, And I usually post his videos on Monday with my Final Fantasy videos. So when his stuff goes online. Although you can go pop in on the channel anytime and just watch one of his videos. They're really good. They're funny.
Yeah, you can see me try and flail at holding a conversation
fun,
by
'cause, like,
myself,
it's
kind of funny.
You got a tough Marine over there, and then like the boogeyman jumps out, and you fucking lose your shit.
Yeah, I do.
It's
Yeah.
great. Holy shit! Or I like when you go into a room and you see something creepy and you're like, well, I know something's gonna happen, and you just kind of stand there for a second thinking it over, like, is it worth it? Like, it's great.
Is it worth the views?
Should I do
Is it
this
worth
or
the
not?
views?
It's really good.
Oh man, this DLC is gonna be fun to play in VR.
This sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, like it's so pretty much it's how they did this game, which I saw on Reddit described it perfectly. It was Resident Evil 7. The main game is I am not playing Emily Wants to Play in VR. Fuck that.
I've never even heard of that. We'll have to look it up.
Just no. But Resident Evil 7, it's summed up perfectly because it's how it was described as like the DLC encompasses the entire franchise.
Oh,
so you got
really?
Resident Evil 7, which is the good horror. It's the horror aspect of the games of the series. Not a Hero is very much the action side of the games. And then End of Zoe is the like ridiculous, like what the fuck is going on type deal. Because you literally, in End of Zoe, you're playing as the uncle who... The only weapons you have are spears, and you literally punch the molded to death.
Really?
Yes, and it's ridiculous.
Sounds ridiculous.
It is.
We're just joking. Trust us, we don't care about the views. It's nice getting them, but you know, we play like a lot of times we play games that get no views. Like what was the game I was playing? Wolfenstein. It's cool. I love Wolfenstein. And I think the most views I got on a video was like 8. I kept playing it because I'm a big fan of the game, and I was like, I want to share it with everyone else. I'm sure there's other fans out there like me.
Well, also it's because you were playing the old one as the new one was coming out.
Yeah, but I thought
that's also a reason.
But I thought people may have wanted to watch that just to see, like, oh, you know, what was the previous game?
Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes. I'm like, I want to know what's going on. I can't figure out where the fuck to go.
Sorry for the language, Devil Hunter. Don't fucking worry about language here.
Yeah. I try not to curse as much because I know I have a couple younger viewers, but it slips. What are you gonna do?
I don't know where to go. I'm in the military. I don't know how to civilian excuse all I can.
Yeah. You only have a little while left of that. Then you can use it for a couple more months and be like, I'm stuck with it. PTSD.
No, that's what I'm just gonna say, like, oh, sorry, I'm a veteran.
That works too. I'm a vet. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh my god, the glorious, when I get out of the military, I can grow a beard.
Oh my god, yes you can.
It's gonna be so nice.
And then you have to wear a uniform all the time for no reason. But like not your dress uniform. I'm talking about like just like your shirt. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. I can finally expand from my glorious mustache to a glorious full beard.
I like that. It's a good thing to look towards too.
What is this scrap metal? Why do I have scrap metal? What is he gonna make with scrap metal? You know what is actually perfect that I'm gonna play it in VR too? Because honestly, I don't have I don't have the game memorized anymore.
That's a good thing though, because it's
Yeah,
it'll
that's
be
perfect, 'cause
exciting
that's
and different for
genuine
you.
reaction. Yeah,
That's the best part, especially about like horror games, is
yeah. And I'm
not
definitely gonna,
knowing.
and I'm gonna play it pure as well. I'm not gonna use any of the bonus stuff you get from beating the game.
Oh yeah, don't 100% play it
Mm,
100% pure.
yeah, for sure.
Have you watched Hell's Reach on YouTube? It's the Warhammer story
Uh,
about the Black Templars when they're on Armageddon.
no.
Oh my God, you have to go look it up one day. Hell's Reach. It is so good. I absolutely it. It makes me like the Black Templars like a lot. I would never play them though because I just don't want to do Space Marines. But it's awesome. I'm trying to
Me
find
neither.
that
I don't want
video.
to do Space Marines. Dang loyalist of a dead corpse on a throne.
I'm trying to find Demo Hunter's video. It was just looking at it.
Yeah,
This is it.
I'm also excited because with us gonna play we're gonna play like a 2,000 point game. We're trying to go to Games Workshop while he's over, so I can finally get the Chaos Space Marines Codex.
Yeah, I sold my Grey Knight army. I finally managed to sell it. And I picked up, what did I get? I got $450 for my Grey Knight army, which isn't too shabby. And I picked up, what did I pick up? Oh, I picked up a box of Catachan Jungle Fighters. I picked up, a Lieben Russ tank. And then I picked up the Astra Militarum Codex and data cards. I got something else. I forget now what it was the third thing I got. Shit. I didn't want to pick up a ton of things. Like, I want to pick up a couple things, get them painted, and then move on.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing I was telling my friend.
Oh, Imperial Bastion.
Okay. That's one thing I was telling my friend. It's I'm not gonna paint my stuff until I get home, because it's at this point, it's
yeah, there's no point.
yeah.
Plus, you need a ton of stuff, and it's just easier. It'd just be way easier for you when you're home.
I want to have a more stable setup.
Yeah, because you need a lot of fucking shit. You need all these different paints. You got the sprays, and yeah. Whenever you get back in the area, I can give you lessons on how to paint too. Because
I will
really
definitely do that. Dude. To be honest, I'm 100% sure we're gonna be hanging out pretty often.
Oh yeah.
That we'll do we'll just do some painting parties or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because we do it now. We have hammer parties or modeling parties where we all get together and then we sit around a table and we either put models together or we paint them. And then we even have games. Yeah. We can do tournaments together and lose. Be prepared to lose a lot because it's going to happen. Yeah,
You underestimate the power of corn
just
berserkers.
looking at your video. I'm trying to find where it's at.
You underestimate the power of corn berserkers.
Well, I got a buddy who plays Death Guard, so now I got two Chaos players versus a bunch of humans, a bunch of badass humans.
How I roll my or how I use my corn berserkers is instead of them having a chainsword and a chainsword bolter or chainsword or chain axe bolter, you have the ability of giving them chainsword chain axe, which gives them 3 attacks apiece.
Oh wow!
And they are vicious.
To Catachan, they got a +1 to their strength, and guard typically are weak. So now they're almost as good as Space Marines, at least fighting wise.
Within
melee, they're
at that weight class.
I mean they're pretty decent. and then they get to re-roll anything that does D damage. Like it hits D amount of targets. You get to re-roll ones. So flamers and artillery, which I'm going to use a lot of.
Yep.
I get to re-roll ones, which is great for these guys.
Where are they?
Which video was it? I can't find it.
That's Rhino, Raptors, oh, Berserkers.
Oh, you have a channel trailer. I gotta do that one day.
Okay, so
I think
was it? And I have. This is where it gets vicious. So one of the abilities that they have, so on top of them having 3 attacks apiece, they have an ability, Blood for the Blood God. This unit can fight twice in each fight phase instead of only once. So that now turns it into 6 attacks apiece. Which then, what is it? What's Death to the False Emperor again? What does it do? Death to the False Emperor.
Free part 1. I'm looking at your videos. Devil Hunter. Hunter. Flow.
But then this is when it gets interesting. It's if I'm fighting Imperium units, every 6 I roll on a hit roll, I can roll as an additional attack.
Wow, really? Jesus.
Yeah, like Corn Berserkers are really, really powerful all of a sudden.
At least it's not at least it's not cheesy like the fucking Death Guard being able to just get up after they die. And it's like, oh.
Yeah. That's why, that pissed me off. But that's one thing.
And they took it away from the Necrons, but one buddy hasn't played since because he's pissed. He's like, why would you take it away from the Necrons and then give us some cheesy new ability where we maybe might get up at the end of the round? It's like a different...
yeah. That's one thing that really pissed me off. So, originally my Warhammer career came in with when Age of Sigmar came out.
Yeah.
My friend was like, you gotta try this. He's like, I'm sure you're gonna love it. All that. So I was playing, the Khorne Bloodbound. Right? That's what... Yeah, Khorne Bloodbound, yeah. But he was playing, Zinch, I think. Or whatever it was that had the fucking skeletons. And that would piss me off, because it'd be like, I kill one of them. He rolls a 6, 3 of them pop up out of the ground. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, awesome. God, it took fucking forever for me to find. So I was trying to figure out what that's not what the title of your video is called. It's Try Not to Laugh and More. I keep looking up friggin' Flow Free. Killing me. Yeah, I like some of the new rules, and I'm extremely happy that they brought back Marbo, because that's one of the reasons why I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah, I remember you being like all about Marbo.
And it's funny because like when they released Marbo, the Warhammer like community team, like the guys who work for them, messaged me and they were like, we thought this was gonna blow your freaking mind. We were wondering how excited you were gonna be about it, because I was campaigning for his return forever, and then he comes back and I just lost my shit. I was like, this is too much for me to handle.
One thing I'm really excited about, there's the rumor mill that the team put out. They said they posted a picture and it was like, oh, just working on some characters, and it was clearly Angron. Which, oh god, if Angron gets released,
who's Angron?
I will have the Primarch for the World Eaters.
Who do you don't play the World Eaters though? You play the Khorne Bros,
which is Khorne, which their faction of Chaos Space Marines is the World Eaters.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait,
their Primarch turned into a Demon Prince, dude. Like,
I thought Khorne was a Demon Prince. Wasn't he a Primarch too?
No, Korn is the chaos god.
Oh, I thought he had a model.
No, Korn does not have a model. What a lot of people confuse as a model for Korn is it is the what is it fucking called? What I put my index? There's a picture of him in here. It is the Berserkers. Korn model. There it is. It's a Korn Lord of Skulls.
Broadcasting your only microphone audio because you entered a block scene? What? Oh no, I know what this is. Hold on. And he kills Eris. Oh my god. Yep.
But what people think is the model for Korn, it's Korn the Lord of Skulls, and it's a gigantic war machine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought there was a model. I thought there was a model for Korn. Oh, they killed her. That makes me sad.
What's the cost on him? Because I know he's like super beefy when it comes to playing him.
Who's that?
The Lord of Skulls.
Oh, well, that's a vehicle, so it's probably like a ton of freaking points.
I'm trying to remember where I found the point at the index. Is that beginning?
Why would they block this scene?
I have no idea. God damn it, game. Show me where the point values are. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's back here. So, these are weapons. Finishers.
That's what I said, Devil Hunter. In this world, anytime someone dies, you can use a Phoenix down. Why all of a sudden they can't use it? Unless they're not actually dying. Well, that's true too. Unless they're not actually dying, it's just you pass out.
Jesus, this is a beefy fucker. Guess how many points he has?
I'm gonna say 750.
Damn, no, that's way over.
No?
There's an actual model that has 750?
I have a Reaver Titan and it's 1500 point no, it's 2500 points.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
No, it's 465. But that's not including Wargear, which
That's still a lot.
it's beefy. Alright, demons, how much is Starbrand? Starbrand is 380, yeah, so yeah. Beefy things. But I'm not even gonna get the Lord of Skulls until I'm happy with my skill in painting.
I am back. Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of things I really want. Like I want another Imperial Knight, but I don't want the GW Imperial Knight. I want the Forge World one, and they're expensive. Like really expensive.
Oh yeah, Forge World, yeah, it's expensive as hell.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, I love that they're Imperial Knights. Big giant city smashing robots. What?
Yeah, I'm excited though because this is going to be the first game I've played at 2,000 points. Otherwise, the highest I've ever played was 500 something.
Every game well, in the very beginning we used to play, you know, a couple thousand point games, but ever since then it's always been 2,000 points, typically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually like the average. I mean, that's what like a standard game is 2,000 points.
Yeah, like, what was my point value? Because I know I actually should. I might have it. No, I think I do have it saved. Because it's under, yep, Warhammer. No, that isn't even accurate. It was whatever. It was a campaign that, Games Workshop was doing, with the release of, 8th edition.
Which campaign is that?
I can't remember for the life of me. It was just like, it was pretty much just like, here are a bunch of planets, you know, and it's like certain people have like home field advantage, which I'm really happy because my first official game of Warhammer, of 40k, I actually won. Which I won due to like, A, berserkers, but B, having my rhinos explode in my benefit.
I've only lost 2 games. And the one game I lost was my first 8th edition game, my first and only, because my my psychic powers blew back in my face and I got destroyed by the yeah, I did see the picture, Devil Hunter. It's awesome. I really like it. Why does he just drop her in the water?
Because now she's sleeping with the fishies.
Yeah, I guess. Are you excited about Star Wars Episode 8? We were talking about that earlier, actually. That was a big topic. I wish we were recording for that, too. That would have been...
Yeah, we should have. Like,
we didn't even think of it.
Yeah. But to be fair, we were having some, like... There were some private conversations that occurred also, so...
Yeah, but that happened first, though.
Yeah, true. Excuse me for the sound, I'm crushing up the pizza box.
That's cool.
Put in the garbage. God, I've been working like such a, like, I've been getting worked like a dog so much this week. I'm like, oh, it must be like midnight or something. It's only like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh god. My sense of time is all funky.
I bet.
Suka Billet, it's a Stanford Readable. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I was talking with Giancarlo. My current, like, meme of the day, like, my meme soup of the day, is Slav memes.
Is it really? Why?
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. It's just, like, it caught my interest, and it's, like, it's holding it pretty well so far. Like, one I was watching, it was, like, instead of, like, the Google Gnome, which is, like, the joke...
Yeah, same here, Devil Hunter.
Google thing that, I think it was, like, College Humor or whatever put out. It's, Google Bilat. It's pretty much, like, they're asking it to, like, do random things, and it's, like, Google Gnome, it's, like, Google, play Stranger Things. It's like, I have a problem. I can only play Russian Hearts, hard base.
That's right. I see that. That's right. I see that video.
Yeah, a fucking liar. It's like, is this biodegradable? It's like, you just been spotted with capitalist stuff. What the fuck are you doing? Get rid of it. So, I will report you to Stalin, and you will go to the gulag. I don't know, but yeah. Stupid meme flavor of the day that's got my interest for now. Did I really throw out almost sitters?
Yeah, we're in the same time zone. I'm not that far from you either, Devil Hunter. I think I'm only a state or two over. Can emos me happy or be happy? Is that what you're asking? Oh yeah, so we're super nearby then. I know there's a way to get her materia. Where the fuck is it? fish there now. Come on, question. Can emus be happy? I don't know. I don't even think there's really such a thing as an emo anymore.
I would say, well, yeah, no, emo's dead now.
That's an old term of a group of people that don't really even exist anymore. Now we just use the term nilly-willy. It's not exactly what it used to be. Just like punks. Punks of the 70s and 80s were literal punks, but they're not. There's no punk like that now. It's different. I don't know.
But you know what has stayed around?
Anybody
and
can be
still
happy.
Accurate to use?
Everyone goes through that phase. Trust me, everybody does it.
I went through that emo phase. God, long hair and all black and everything.
If I didn't do emo, I was a nerd. So.
See, it's funny. I never got grouped in with that, that idea until after, I went through the whole, after the whole, social circles are like that in, the high school shit. It's like now everybody's like, dude, you're such a nerd. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I was a nerd. I was your prototypical nerd. And so I got to high school, and then I started hanging out with the bad kids, and then I was a bad kid / nerd. Because they're the only ones who just accept you for who you are. They don't give a shit. They're just like, oh, let's go have fun and do illicit activities. So I'm like, okay. Yeah,
smoke pot.
I know goths are a thing. Some people are into that and want to live that lifestyle, and others don't. I don't know much about it because that wasn't my thing.
Techno-goth is now the thing in vogue, apparently.
Is it really techno-goth? I like it. I like the sound of it.
Well, have you seen the video where it's that time of the year? It's a bunch of goths dancing to Christmas music.
No.
Or if you've never seen it, it's a bunch of goths having a rave on an overpass. It looks like.
Why are they raving?
That's techno goth. Because they're techno goth.
Alright, I think I'm gonna save here and probably end the episode for tonight because I gotta get up early and get the kids up and maybe try to get out of my driveway. If not, then I guess I'm not going to physical therapy. That sucks since I was gonna pick up my train tomorrow too. Fuck. As always, Devil Hunters, thank you for joining the stream. You are a valued friend of the channel.
Yes, you are.
I love rock music. I listen to a lot of classic rock. 80s stuff I listen to. I guess that would be new wave.
Hair metal.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even hair metal. I listen to new wave, rock. I listen to some metal. I listen to a lot of video game music. I'm weird.
Wow, that's cool, dude. That's cool. I frequently listen to the Hotline Miami soundtracks.
I don't know what it is about 80s music. I just love it.
You're not the only one, dude. I'm not even from that generation. I love it.
I was a kid during that generation, so I didn't even understand half the music. But something about it, I just enjoy a lot.
It's got its thing.
I'll try to join you on Friday. Friday I am going to the Star Wars with one of my buddies.
I see it tomorrow at midnight my time.
Not that I exactly want to. I told you I already know what's going to happen. Ooh, I'll make that prediction here too. Everyone needs to know. Luke is going to die at some point because I just feel it's going to happen.
That's obvious.
Kylo Ren's probably going to be the one that does it. There's going to be a surprise return of a character from the past. I don't know who. Doesn't really matter. Preferably, I would like it to be Mace Windu, but I got a feeling it's either going to be Yoda or Obi-Wan. And then there's going to be obviously like the Ray and there's gonna be a Ray and Snoke fight, probably to the death. That's about it. That's my predictions. Oh, 12 a.m. Okay, well, I'll check it out then. That'll be fun. Alright, I'm going to be at the end of the episode here, gentlemen.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night, Devil Hunter. Have a good night, other two people who were silent watching us the whole time. Alright, let me, let's broadcast. Alright, like I said, Friday I'm gonna be, Star Wars thing, but I'm not gonna be there all night. Like, if you do it at night, there's a good chance I can see it. And then Saturday, I have a game day Saturday. Saturday night, I'll be busy, either playing Warhammer or something. But,
the blood god, skulls for the skull form!
Pretty much. But, we'll figure it out. Alright, toodles!